name, jump down.
We are stepping into a moment that looks calm on the surface but carries something much bigger underneath. The opening visuals and sounds don't just set the mood, they quietly build tension and hint at drama to come. You can sense that something unexpected is looming. The applause and music create a sense of anticipation, pulling the viewer in. Subtle, yet powerful, it establishes the scene perfectly. Every second here is designed to spark curiosity. It's the calm before the storm, making you wonder what could happen next. The tension is almost tangible, like a held breath. This is the perfect setup for the story that's about to explode.
When people, what I got from that is he's a hater. You don't know me as a person. Let's say you don't like me. Like, you don't know me. Like, you feel me? And I don't give a fuck. Him. And everybody in the crew, I mean, with him.
Same question for you.
Now the story hits hard with a twist that no one saw coming. A top pound-for-pound fighter ends up in a hospital, not from a fight, but from chaos backstage. This instantly raises the stakes and transforms a normal press conference into a full-blown controversy. Tank Davis's involvement makes the incident even more explosive. The narrative escalates instantly, showing how quickly rivalries can turn dangerous. Fans are left shocked and trying to process what they just witnessed. It's the kind of moment that dominates social media conversations instantly. This isn't just news, it's a defining moment. The shockwave of this event sets the tone for everything that follows.
Just came through. Talk to me about your relationship. You look like you was in a fight today. What?
It's hot in here. You know what I mean? So it's cool, man.
I mean, bringing him to this fight, getting him ready mentally.
Now we enter the environment where this drama unfolded, and the tension becomes crystal clear. The press conference was already high pressure, but this incident turns it into chaos. Being backstage, with so many fighters, teams, and media around, makes the moment even more intense. Everyone present witnesses the escalation, amplifying its impact. There's no hiding from the fact that things went too far. You can almost feel the collective shock of the crowd and participants. It's a real, raw moment, completely unscripted. The stage is set, and the audience is fully drawn into the unfolding drama. It's where anticipation turns into urgent attention.
He would never even think about to come up to 154.
What about 47 though?
Yes, if he get to pick his opponent. But Tank would never come from 35 to 54.
Y'all got into it on social media around that time. Is that just you being competitive, like when that happens? Or is it like...
I just really don't like that dude.
Why though?
Cause I just don't like him. Like, I really don't like him. That's like
just not your cup of tea. That's just not your...
I don't like nothing about him. I just feel like, he just one of these little arrogant little dudes that's using what he got to shield him. He got a lot of security guards around him, and he's in the limelight and stuff like that. But in certain situations, he wouldn't be acting like that.
Do you like him as a fighter though?
Yeah, he's a damn good fighter.
Yeah.
But like his core.
This is the turning point where tension bursts into chaos. Words escalate, tempers flare, and before anyone reacts, a punch is thrown. Security jumps in, but the damage is already done. Crawford's shock is palpable, and the severity of the situation is evident. Social media erupts instantly, fans questioning why Tank would risk so much. The event transforms from minor drama into headline news. The unpredictability of this moment keeps viewers glued to the story. It shows just how quickly personal animosities can turn violent in high-stakes environments. This single moment rewrites the narrative entirely.
A fight with you and Terence Crawford, look. 147? I tap that chin, you know he going to sleep.
I already know. I already know he
ain't
is.
got no chin.
I already know he is.
You said no chin?
I got round 5.
Here's where Crawford's response defines his character. Speaking from the hospital, he doesn't act rattled, he's focused and disciplined. He dismisses Tank as nothing more than a distraction and keeps his eyes on the bigger goal. This contrast between chaos and composure is striking. While some see panic, Crawford shows clarity and strategy. It reinforces the idea that legacy matters more than momentary drama. His mindset makes it clear he's operating on a different level. It's a masterclass in staying calm under pressure. Fans get a clear sense of who is truly in control here.
How you feel about that fight? Is it even possible at a catch weight?
Nah, ain't no catch weight. You come up to 47.
Not even entertaining a catch weight.
No, I'm not.
He's a champ though too, undefeated.
And what champ? Come on, man, tell me what belt. You know boxing. You forgot Devin Haney is undisputed. Devin Haney got all the belts. He the champ. Nobody else the champ. I'm gonna come up here where the big boys at.
All right,
I'll welcome.
The tension now becomes personal. Crawford openly expresses his dislike for Tank, showing that this is more than just a competitive rivalry, it's emotional. His words reveal the deeper roots of the conflict, hinting at long-standing friction. The honesty makes it relatable and real. Fans start to understand why tempers flared. It transforms the story from isolated incident to ongoing feud. The intensity of human emotion is now front and center. You can feel the history behind their animosity. This personal dimension adds depth and makes the drama more gripping.
25 is after next year, I'm out of it.
After our second fight. You're out of it?
Yeah,
Care to elaborate on that?
out of the sport.
After our second fight. Nah, no, I'm gonna win, bro.
Nah, I could tell you my fights.
Now, we rewind to why this tension even exists. Tank's claim that he could beat Crawford in a higher weight class was pure disrespect in Bud's eyes. This is critical because it shows how verbal provocations escalate into real-world confrontations. Crawford's legacy as a multi-division champion makes the insult even more significant. Words have consequences, and this is a textbook example. The audience begins to see how history, pride, and ego collide. This segment connects past statements to present actions. It's where respect, or lack thereof, fuels drama. Everything builds toward the inevitable clash.
Retire. What trash?
What changed?
What made this shit trash? Garbage.
If you got the opportunity to sign a prospect for GTD, who will be?
I'm out of it.
Javante, something should have happened during this time, because when I saw you at the Frank Martin press conference, it looked like you were like the talks about retirement was not even discussed at this moment, and now it's something you keep on repeating. Is it just because obviously what you've done through boxing since you were a kid and everything?
Fed up with the
Where's Calvin Ford? Is Calvin Ford and Leonard Edelby usually they're around to?
You think you might be gaining love for it though? You never know. Like say you got to swap.
The verbal exchanges escalate, showing both fighters drawing clear lines. Crawford criticizes Tank's resume and questions his legitimacy. Tank flexes his star power and money, but Crawford remains unmoved. This moment is pivotal because it lets the audience see their true personalities, one defensive, one calculated. Fans are forced to choose sides, increasing the emotional stakes. The drama becomes about more than a punch, it's about reputation and dominance. This segment fuels the rivalry, feeding the narrative momentum. Public opinion is now actively forming around the conflict. It's confrontation at its rawest.
Hank gave a little prediction on the fight, talked about Errol has a metal shield and you have a glass shield, talked about the punch resistance. What do you think of Tank's assessment today?
Don't see it. Don't see it.
Could he get it in the future? I mean, you came up from 35, right?
He ain't fighting no real guys at 47.
Everyone's talking about Errol fighting the winner of Canelo and Jamel. Could you ever do that? Is that too much weight? Or?
What, 168?
Yeah.
Right.
So you got Canelo winning then, right? Then
Definitely. If he fighting at 168, definitely.
Now comes a twist. Tank hints at retirement in 2025, adding uncertainty. This raises pressure on every decision he makes moving forward. Time suddenly becomes critical, making each fight or controversy more significant. It adds drama beyond immediate conflicts. Every word, every action feels more consequential. Fans begin questioning his priorities and motivations. This segment shows that career decisions can amplify personal and professional tension. The countdown effect makes the rivalry feel urgent. The stakes are higher than ever, and every move counts.
Gervonta Davis speaking about you. Is that ever a possible fight?
Yeah, if he want to dare to be great, he can be like all the other fighters that moving up 2 weight classes and, you know, daring to be great.
You would fight him.
Man, tell him to come up there.
He got to come to win 54.
He said I got a glass chin, so tell him to come and touch it.
Wow. Man. Gervonta said you got a glass.
He said I got a glass chin. Tell him to come and touch it.
At 147?
At 147. I'll make 147 for him.
Ooh, see, oh, man.
He going to have a pre-camp.
Then what the people going to say? Oh, he's beating up on little guys.
Here, the narrative shifts to anticipation for a potential blockbuster fight. Fans and analysts demand a showdown between Crawford and Tank. This is where chaos transforms into opportunity. The hype is palpable, and the story gains global attention. Public pressure mounts, adding weight to each fighter's decisions. The possibility of a historic matchup excites fans and media alike. The narrative momentum is relentless. The rivalry now feels inevitable. This is where anticipation turns into a must-see event.
Tank did that, so I know the got in his eye, but they should have countered it. They would have countered it, it would have went to Lamont Roach. What I didn't like about Tank, he was gassing up Lamont Roach way too much, and he was already talking about like retiring.
He seemed a little distracted in the fight.
That wasn't the same Gervonta Davis we're really used to seeing.
It just lets you know how corrupt like these governing bodies are, bro. If that dude took a knee, not only did he take a knee, he's like, hold on real quick. Let me get this out of my eye. How is that not a point? Like,
you know, funny thing, bro, that's why I cut my braids off. I had braids, and I had the same thing. I went through the same when I fought Andre. That was burning my eyes, so I cut.
Doubt creeps in as Crawford questions Tank's willingness to take real risks. This isn't just about talent, it's about courage and determination. The audience now considers character alongside skill. Tank's reputation hangs in the balance. This segment deepens the drama, highlighting the stakes of personal integrity. Crawford's calculated challenge raises the tension. Fans are left wondering if Tank can step up. The storyline gains layers of suspense. It's no longer a simple rivalry, it's a test of commitment and grit.
Obviously, you know, didn't materialize. Was the next one Tank?
Yeah, I mean, that was on the 1 yard line as well, but he has to rematch, you know, Lamont Roach. He wants to get that back. And, then we'll be back in discussions with Mr. Gervonta. But man, this is the nature of boxing. You have massive fights on the 1 yard line and things just fall through.
As you're watching it, like, he was a gigantic favorite, and this is on the heels of the Canelo thing. Are you like, what the fuck is going on here?
I don't know, though, because I never really thought Tank was that good. It would just take the right fighter to pick him apart, to be honest. Someone who had high activity and wasn't afraid of his power. So I always saw so many holes in his game. So to me, it wasn't that surprising that someone finally gave him some good work.
If you do fight, what weight would it be at?
195.
Oh, wow. So he would go all the way from 40 to 95?
Yeah, I mean, it would be an exhibition.
Okay. But, and so what does that mean? Is that 3-minute rounds?
Yeah, 10 3-minute rounds.
And when you say exhibition, like, what are the restrictions on that?
No restrictions, just the fact that, like, we couldn't actually get it professionally sanctioned.
Okay. Is that still of interest to you? Like, if he wins the rematch and you beat Julio, is that of great interest to you later this year?
Crawford sets conditions for the fight, showing control and strategy. He's confident and calculated, not desperate. This segment illustrates the dynamics of power and negotiation in boxing. Fans see that a fight is possible, but only if the terms are respected. Crawford's composure reinforces his championship mindset. The contrast between chaos and control is vivid. Every word now carries meaning. The stakes are tactical as well as physical. This is a chess match disguised as a fight.
Tank is done. Tank is hung him up, shoes off, get the bag, put a plaque up, he done. Tank is done. Period.
When you say done, you mean like not fighting anymore? Or not?
Tank is checked out mentally. Tank is gone mentally. Tank looking for the big bag, of Jake Paul, Pacquiao, something solar, and he's looking to, hey, I'll see you later. Tank is standing, he's not gonna fight Shakur Stevenson at all. At all. I don't care how much money Turkey offer, give him 4 Lamborghinis, whatever. Tank ain't taking that.
Focus shifts to Tank's recent struggles and distractions. Questions about performance and consistency arise. It's a reality check for fans and analysts. Tank's image as a dominant force is challenged. The narrative shifts from hype to analysis. Doubt creeps into his public perception. This segment adds tension because it suggests decline. Fans begin questioning whether past glory can be regained. It's a turning point in how his career is viewed. Reality clashes with reputation here.
Oh, I'm feeling great. I've been working out. Actually, I just got done running before we, head into the press conference. So everything is going according to plan, and I'm looking forward to becoming a 3-time undisputed champion come September 13th.
Now we see Tank chasing headlines rather than elite competition. Attention-seeking behavior undermines his legacy. Fans grow frustrated as priorities appear misaligned. The narrative pivots to career choices and responsibility. Every decision now reflects on his reputation. The stakes are no longer just physical, they're personal and professional. This segment highlights the cost of distraction in a high-stakes sport. Public opinion weighs heavily. Momentum shifts further away from Tank. The tension grows organically.
I got the speed over Canelo. I got the reach over him. He might got the size, the power. I got the better skills, boxing skills.
Would it be more of a cat and mouse? The reality is Canelo does put people out. From Kirkland to Amir Khan to just...
Don't do
obviously,
I'm just saying, man.
No, but he's not.
Kovalev was older. He does.
Billy Joe.
Don't get me wrong. He does have a lot of power, but all those guys that you name is not as skillful as me. I'm sorry. No disrespect to none of those fighters. The skill level is not there.
So how do you see a fight with Canelo go?
A tough fight. Canelo is a great fighter. Like I always had respect for Canelo, but I just believe in my skills. The fact that people doubt me, it just fueled me even more. Try to get the fight even more. And I'm watching him, I'm like, man, I can beat this dude. I've been fighting people bigger than me all my life, and I always came out on top. You gonna get hit. It's a fight. He gonna get hit too.
Technical criticism emerges as analysts dissect Tank's weaknesses. His vulnerabilities become evident. The story moves from spectacle to substance. The audience is forced to reconsider their assumptions. Strategic analysis now drives suspense. Flaws in his technique make every upcoming challenge more uncertain. This is where storytelling meets boxing reality. The pressure intensifies. Fans are drawn into a deeper understanding of the rivalry.
Terence Crawford, does he have an opportunity to beat Canelo?
I think if anybody has a chance to beat Canelo, I think it's Terence Crawford. His IQ is on another level. He's a great fighter and he's strong. It's just that it's a lot of weight. I wouldn't be surprised if Terence Crawford wins. Wouldn't be surprised if he loses either. Terence Crawford, when he went up against the best opposition, like Errol Spence, he showed what level he's on, what type of dog he is. So I don't know. You really have to let these fights play out to see what happens. He might get hurt. That might activate him to come back strong.
Could you still make 68?
I don't want to make 68.
No, I know you don't. Terence wins 68.
Yeah, well, if that's, yeah.
Back to the incident's immediate impact, showing how one punch reshapes perception. Tank's reputation takes a hit. Crawford's composure further contrasts with Tank's chaos. Public perception begins shifting dramatically. The narrative becomes about image and control. Every reaction amplifies the story. The stakes go beyond a single altercation. Momentum favors the disciplined and strategic fighter. It's a defining moment in career perception. Direct criticism of Tank's mental state and commitment now surfaces. Patterns of behavior are questioned, not just one incident. This segment deepens the tension around his career trajectory. The drama escalates from a single moment to a narrative of decline. The story becomes multidimensional, personal, professional, and public. Fans are invited to analyze and speculate. Pressure mounts on Tank to respond or refocus. The suspense lingers, creating anticipation for his next move.
I don't respect him anymore because he say I'm not gonna do what they want me to do and this and that, and then he tried to, maybe Turkey Lashi told him, hey, you need to do something because you seem so nervous in Riyadh. So and he tried to like walking me back, and that's why I pushed him. And like I say, don't with me.
Does it bring a different Canelo then?
Yeah, it's different. Yeah, you watch Saunders fight, right?
Which one? The Saunders. Oh,
he pissed me off. He pissed me off. Yeah. So it's gonna be almost the same.
Live only on DAZN, June 28th. Jake Paul versus Chavez Jr. Buy now at DAZN.
Floyd Mayweather's shifting support amplifies the stakes. Tank loses a key mentor, altering the balance of influence. Loyalty, respect, and consequences intersect here. This adds emotional weight to the story. Crawford benefits indirectly, reinforcing his disciplined approach. The mentorship angle deepens the narrative complexity. Fans feel the significance of shifting alliances. Pressure and expectation intensify. The drama is now personal, professional, and historical.
You and Canelo, what would it look like?
Come on, man. Y'all know what I do. I ain't got to talk about it. On the streets, I'm me against anybody. I ain't never gonna say another man gonna whoop me. So, you know what I mean? That's your answer right there.
I guess in Guadalajara, you think it'd be a little different on the streets if Terence came to town?
I think every city, every place is different, no? It's different. But we don't talking about the streets. We're talking about boxing, the beautiful sport of boxing. So that's different, way different than the streets.
Crawford versus Canelo comes into focus, defining the ultimate challenge. Legacy, risk, and skill all converge. This isn't just a fight, it's a defining moment in boxing history. Physical differences, skill sets, and public perception create suspense. Crawford's focus contrasts with surrounding distractions. Every word and move now has heightened significance. The narrative builds to a peak of anticipation. This is the culmination of all prior tension. Fans are fully invested in the outcome.
Going up those weight classes to face him, how do you convince fans that he can beat Canelo?
I ain't trying to convince y'all that he can beat Canelo. He's a good fighter. But, bro, I would say smaller fighters are always better than bigger fighters because they're smaller, they're not moving like that. This guy is great at what he do. He got. And another thing, bro, I don't be wanting to. How these guys is. Then he get hurt against.
Imagine off.
Who?
There you talking about Crawford.
Talking about
Imagine off. Is that what
no, he got clipped by
Gamboa,
right? Right? The fuck is he's looking this strong over the past year. I mean, these years. He ain't been getting clipped or nothing. So now. That's that snack shit. I'm telling you. Y'all laugh. I'm always.
No, do tell. Open up. Just.
And that guy that's a part of it, he been caught before. He went to jail for it.
You're talking about Victor Conti?
He went to jail, right?
Victor Conti?
Yeah. And he the owner of the snack shit, right? And he went to jail for it. Now it's like. You know, you see, I don't want to throw him under the bus, but you see, Earl said some things like that, like about the people using steroids, but he don't want to say no names, but come on, bro.
As the story unfolds, chaos, rivalries, and high stakes merge. Tank's actions, Crawford's strategy, and external pressures collide. Every storyline intertwines, creating a multi-layered drama. Public speculation intensifies. Analysts and fans debate outcomes, motivations, and consequences. The narrative leaves viewers on edge, anticipating what comes next. Multiple threads converge, making this a compelling climax. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next video.